Hey guys, it's Upa here. So it's Thursday, which means we have a brand new update, so let's go through quickly all the changes which are coming. So probably the most important thing most players are looking forward to is this Murungjing rerun over here, which is coming out tomorrow. So Murungjing will be on a banner which includes Faxian, Moxie, Aniru, Aiden, and himself. And out of these characters, Murungjing is honestly the only main one that you really want. And Murungjing is a very good defensive limited time hero character, extremely strong for survivability, and he's pretty decent even at exclusive 0. However, if you are a mid to late game player, you probably want exclusive 2. So depending on how many summons you have saved up, you may want to consider continue saving for other limited time hero reruns like Giselle, which should come out in October, or Marie in December, but it really kind of depends for your situation and the summons that you have. One thing to take note is that the guarantee to get Murungjing as a character does require 10 legendary hero summons, that's the pity, which means that at the worst case scenario, that will require either 150 supreme runes or 1500 excellent runes just for one copy, so something to consider before you start summoning. Besides that, for the current events that we do have this Golden Touch and Mystic Alchemy event alongside Arcane Gem Trial. So Arcane Gem Trial is pretty straightforward. You can just test these gems in Classic Arena for 10 fights and then you get 5 of these Eternal Stones. And then for Mystic Alchemy, which is essentially the Miracle banner except for Arcane Gems, these are the options that we have this time. So this is Irato Gem, Giselle Gem, Godly Spirit Pearl, and Crimson Glint. So all these gems are very solid. These first two and the last one are definitely the better options. So Irato and Giselle Gem and then Crimson Glint, they're all very strong, but Godly Spirit Pearl is good too. So whether you should summon for this banner is kind of up to you and is very situational depending on what gems you need. Gems, first of all, are already a very late game content kind of thing, not something you really should concern yourself with for newer players, so it really just is a case by case scenario. But for me, I will not be summoning on this banner, and that's because I'm waiting for a banner which consists of Apsara Gem over here. This Miracle banner also comes alongside the Golden Touch event, and the way this works is very similar to Gift of Heaven, where after 100 summons, you will get this chest, which allows you to select an Arcane Gem for free. So if you're not able to do all 100 of these summons in one go, that's fine because the progress carries over, which means you could do 50 this event and 50 the next event this time comes around in order to get the chest, or however many you are able to do. So you don't really need to concern yourself about that. Today we also have the Fortune Astrology event. This event comes around about once a month and you should be given 5 of these divination cards for free, and you can buy 5 more with gems for a total of I believe 2000 gems, and you should just buy all you can with your gems and get as much of these starry coins as possible. I believe you can get 2000 every single event, and you should just keep saving these starry coins until you get 20,000, because with 20,000 you can claim this limited time hero selection chest. So one thing they've changed in this limited time hero selection chest is they've actually added Irato in the box. So previously it was Beatrix and then all these other characters, but this time they've added Irato, which is very nice, and hopefully this continues happening where they are adding the newer limited time hero characters. With your divination cards, you can also choose between the hero and spirit beast side. Both rewards are good in both paths, so it's kind of up to you and depends on what you need. On the spirit beast side, you can get spirit beast equipment over here, as you can see. They actually have added the Divine Griffin stones over here, which is very nice. And on the hero side, there is a hero selection chest, and I believe they actually have updated the potential options you can get from this chest. I think previously it was maybe up to Elise or Penny or something, and now you can see we have a lot of newer options as well. So besides that, on the upcoming event section, there are quite a few events which will be coming on Monday. So we are getting Mysterious Box. This event does offer quite a good amount of legendary heroes, and most of the time it's the newer ones. But the last time this event came around, the pricing was very strange and it was a bit sketchy in my opinion in terms of the way they try and make you spend money, and it wasn't really worth it. And this feedback was given to the developers, so hopefully changes were made and we'll find out on Monday. And then we have this Dazzling Mall event. This comes out pretty often, and I've made several videos covering this event already, so you can take a look at those if you are interested. And on Tuesday we have Gift of Heaven event. This is also a pretty standard once a month event. And if you're summoning on the Murungjing banner and you also want this Gift of Heaven event, then there will be a lot of summons, so you must make sure that you budget your summons accordingly to be able to participate in both events. So in the store as well, there's this pack which has returned over here. This is like the Moxie pack which they give to new players, but I believe they've adjusted it slightly, which means now older players can also access it retroactively. So the $2 pack is really good value. You can get a copy of Moxie, which isn't really good past the early game, so this honestly doesn't matter too much. but you do get this epic dragon eye for $2, which is very cheap, and you get some summons as well as an added bonus. And then on this $20 one, you will get some of this Fire Tealin pet. This isn't really worth much because the pet isn't very good in itself, but you do get some Supreme Summons and you get this Hero Selection box, which does have some very solid options such as Chelsea, Imikado, Morikis, and Blaze. Very solid options, and if you need these characters, this is probably one of the best ways to get it. Then for some feature adjustments, there's not too much this week, but there's just a few which I'll go through. First of all, in this daily supply, on the second day of every month, we used to get a 4-star Dragon Egg, but they've changed this instead to Rainbow Diamond Gems. Unfortunately, this isn't a very large amount of Rainbow Diamond Gems, it's only 700 a month, but in my opinion, it's still better than the Dragon Eggs we were getting, so it's still a welcome change. And then in achievements over here in the Wishmaster, they've made some of these challenges much easier to get. I believe in the past, this obtain 5 epic heroes in a single times an excellent wish used to be something like obtain 5 legendary heroes, which was like completely impossible. So this just makes completing these achievements much more realistic. And lastly, they've changed some tags for several characters, so there's quite a few changes made, and if you were paying attention in the Discord, there's an event where you could submit characters which were missing tags, and if they approved it and they successfully made the changes, you would get some gems from it. And I believe the one I submitted and has been changed is Melkio. So in the past, Melkio didn't have the Pursue and Attack tag, even though he has so much Pursue and Attack abilities on his exclusive 4, and now we can see he does have this Pursue and Attack tag. Lots of other changes regarding tags were made. This is definitely not the only one, but that's for you guys to look around, and I think other content creators has covered this as well, so you can check that out as well. So that's all we have for today. I think pretty good week of updates, even though it's pretty simple. My main one which I really like is that they finally started adding newer characters into this chest over here. Very good for free-to-play players, and hopefully they keep on doing things like that. So that's all we have for today, and I'll see you guys next time.